So I'm going to start talking about personality traits that I do come across on a daily basis now as to the mind arguments and the mind circling of a cycling, threatening karma cycle that just doesn't end. For example, the threats towards all these people that are voices in my head that obviously are talking about things that, one, they shouldn't, two, they know it's wrong, three, they know it's false, four, they intentionally bully people's head around and claim something that no one claimed. To lie and to bully and to boss around, and initially, it's all in my head. And how are they all in my head? How do unwanted people, for example, women supposedly claiming they are Margaret, or are they, in my head? So I'm wondering why a person named Mary Margaret is supposedly in my head and is trying to speak through me as I'm speaking as of now. So I'm wondering what machine she's using, what power she's using, and whose power she's using. So I'm wondering what I have in terms of an issue with her, because I have never met her in person, and yet she is continuously trying to attack me on a daily basis within my mind. Is it, one, a virus? Is it, two, some sort of plague in the brain? Or is it some bacterial infection that is a new virus to mental illness that causes voices to constantly argue over and over in a circle to cycle every single person and or myself to become a kid? Because at the end of the day, all these arguments are very much childish and very much unreasonable. And it's unreasonable to the point where it is actually zero way out. So, am I the only... So, it honestly feels like this person doesn't stop, doesn't leave, and doesn't stop. This person wants to live in my body, stay in my head, stay in my body, and it also feels like their souls are inside. It's more than one person. It's a bunch of men and women. So how exactly do I get rid of these? And why exactly does it feel like it's deterring me? So obviously, it is a personality trait that is constantly a one-upper, as in terms of, I'm going to argue until I get my way. And that's the kind of personality that I have remembered was in my mind, and it was obviously really traumatizing for me as I was only approximately 10 years old. And these kind of personality traits are really disturbing, but it's majority of when you find someone with a personality trait like this, it's a woman's personality trait. So this is when a woman will constantly argue in circles repeatedly until a man backs down. And it's obviously like, for example, I had an abortion and you were my first sex partner, and or, I mean, obviously it's fake sex when in terms of if it's not your divine partner, but I mean, if someone says you're my first sex partner, I don't want to leave you, things like that, and it's not even things like that, it's a threat. It's a constant threat to a person so a person doesn't leave. So, I mean, I have noticed people like this when it comes to a pregnancy and or first sexual relation and or first kiss and or whatever it may be.